to the channel. Today we've got Ryan Garcia versus Josh Taylor on Ryan Garcia fight day. Thought I'd do a Ryan Garcia fight. Now looking at the stats, Josh Taylor's stats, he's an 86 overall with an 87 strength and an 87 speed, with his best stat being defense 89 and stamina 88. These are his stats breakdown. Pretty good. Best is counterpunching. He's got traits of a knockout artist. You can read that quickly. And this is his record and reach. Now Ryan Garcia. He's got speed of a 92, strength of an 86, and heart of an 86, with an 84 overall. His best asset is his punch speed of a 94 and agility. And he's got tireless and punches in bunches. That's his record and wingspan. Alright, let's get straight into it. Hope you enjoy. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Have you ever wanted to fight alongside the fishes? Well, we're about to do it here at the beautiful Atlantis. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's King Ryan Garcia. Weighed in at 61 kilos, bang on. He's 178 centimeters tall with a reach also of 178 centimeters. And he'll be facing the one and only Josh Taylor. He weighs in at 140 pounds with a reach of about 69.5 inches.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
It's King Ryan Garcia. They also call him Flash, fighting out of Los Angeles, California. Some of the fastest hands in all of boxing. Josh the Tartan Tornado Taylor, one of the best fighters in the history of the United Kingdom and certainly out of Scotland, the undisputed light welterweight champion of the world.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Ryan Garcia. Fighting out of the blue corner, a boxing sensation from Scotland, a hard-hitting, undisputed 140-pound champion of the world, Josh the Tartan Tornado Taylor.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Couldn't land that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They exchange punches. He misses with that jab. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Beautiful counterpunch. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Those counter punches have to hurt. That counter shot lands. Just missed with that hook. A perfect counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Back into the fight that round. That's his round.
Great. Just the same again. Don't check.
Come on. You've let him back into this. You're better than this kid. Go back out.
The jab's working nice.
And there's the bell for round two. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Catch and shoot. When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. This counter-punching, some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice defense on that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with the jab. They miss with the jab. That uppercut does not score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Garcia in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
That jab is slick.
Mate, stick on the jab and then start gathering your pace and win this round.
There's the bell to start round three. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
This is a high-octane battle. fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. The hand speed in these lighter divisions is always so impressive, but if you can sneak in a power shot every once in a while and sit down on a punch, that's where you separate yourself. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Garcia in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Just get the jab and don't get carried away.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That uppercut doesn't land. You'd like to see more jabs. A perfect counter lands. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. There's a counter shot. Nice counter shot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. That hook doesn't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Listen, you switched off. What are you doing? I need you to switch back.
Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there.
Time for the 5th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
They are giving us a high-tempo show. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Beautiful counter shot. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Only catching air with that hook. No rest for the weary. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
It's the fight that round. That's his round. You've been
Jabs working nice. Goes 1-2 straight down the middle. Can't miss him. Great work.
This is the beginning of round 6. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Lucky that hook didn't score. Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Garcia in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so easy.
Listen, you switched off. What are you doing? You got complacent.
Do not, but you're still landing the power shots. Good luck. Don't forget the jab. Don't.
You had everything in the bag, and now you've let him back into it.
Just stay focused. Don't let him miss the fight.
Here comes round 7. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Nice exchange here from both men. Punch, counter punch. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with that hook. And he scores with the counter. That counter punch caught him clean. These punches coming from every angle. Good counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Breathe, just get on your jab and breathe while you're stepping on.
There's the bell to start round 8. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well done with that counter shot. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You've just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in a guess.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Garcia in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Much better. He's not in your lead. Come on, switch on. Get. Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Good man. You were thinking.
And there's the bell for round 9. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
He misses with that straight left. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him. Oh, right there! Right now, the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Incredible work rate. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Win this round. You had everything in the bag. Yes, I Good man.
You need to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back.
There's the bell for round 10. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Oh, and it's flashing lights for the Flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. And now they're right back into the fray.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fire with fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook just can't find the target. Beautiful counter punch. A lot of effort being exerted here. The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Garcia in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Good work. Don't be...
Get your rhythm back, and then we go again. I need you to go back out.
He's ready to go.
And there's the bell to start round 11. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Missing with the hook. There's a counter shot. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The stamina is off the charts. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Beautiful counter punch. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. About Garcia in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Switching up immediate.
Great round, great round. Now relax. Just stay focused.
Get back out there and win the round.
And there's the bell to start round 12. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare.
And the kid goes down. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, four. Come to me.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Did a nice job blocking the right jab. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Nice counter. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision.
It's a hundred niggas that you it's 85 just to walk on. Cause a lot of these niggas be cool, up for their own.